we have a client who has posted one video on their new YouTube channel. And that video already has 6,000 views. It's a long form. It's 17 minutes long. It's already got 6,000 views. And it has now entered into, and some of you guys who have been on YouTube for a while, you recognize this. It enters into a wave pattern in the analytics in the 48-hour window of views. And once you kind of get into that wave pattern where you have dips in the middle of the night and then peaks in the day, dips in the night, peaks in the day, and it's repetitive like that for multiple days, you generally have found a video, you've generally created a video that has some evergreen potential, that's got some stay power. Now, I can't break down, I can't give you guys insights on like exactly what the channel is. I'm going to try and break down what the strategy was going into this channel without giving you details on what the actual channel is, because it is a faceless video. That said, it's in a market that has zero competition. And I don't want to send a whole bunch of people over into this market and then incidentally attract the wrong type of people who are like, I'm going to use AI to blow this niche up. Now, I don't think that could happen, but at the same time, I have to be cautious and protective of my client as well. So here's the deal. Faceless YouTube channels are about to get insanely saturated. That said, YouTube has got a pretty good system for recognizing what type of videos are just complete garbage versus what type of videos are actually valuable. And when my client approached me with this idea for this channel, I was immediately intrigued. I was like, yes, this is very interesting. So let me just break down the strategy behind the channel, and then I'm going to give you some insights as to how you can create content like this for yourself on your own faceless channels or face channels. And then you can take these principles of success, incorporate them, these principles of like YouTube success, incorporate them into your strategy, and then you should start to see some success as well. So here's the deal. My client has a very specialized knowledge in a very unique industry, and I can't talk about that. But the main factor here is every single one of you guys has a specialized knowledge in something very unique and something very specific. Now, there are some of you who are like, man, I'm really into Pokemon cards. There are some of you who are like, I'm really into data that influences human resources departments at work. Either one of those niches can be successful on social media with the right strategy. And here is where the strategic part comes in. Most people will do one of two things. They'll go very surfacey, they'll go very surface level and aim for a large total addressable market, the market that has the largest impact in terms of an audience in terms of audience attention, or they will do exactly what the competition is doing and create a strategy around doing monkey see, monkey do, right? They'll just do a strategy that's just based around what they've seen others do. And what this gentleman has done is he has taken his specialized knowledge and he has created a new genre based off of an old content style, and it's crushing. So here's my advice. Here is without giving too much away, here is what he's done. He has taken a concept and he has created a content style that is reminiscent of investigative journalism. So he's taking his specialized knowledge and he's using an investigative journalism approach. Now, we had a conversation today, and I was like, here's the problem. And this is what I told him. I was like, here's the problem. You're going to blow this up. No doubt in my mind, it's going to blow up. And then every Tom, Dick, and Harry is going to come and they're going to copy the scripts, create a new YouTube channel and build a very similar audience around the exact same content because there's no brand. And he said, here's the difference. And when he said this, it made a lot of sense. He said, this script cannot be rewritten by artificial intelligence. He's like, I have not seen a large language model that can write at this level. And he said, this is like magazine or newspaper quality writing. And I thought about it for a second. And I was like, you know what? It's pretty, that's a fairly accurate assessment. And there is art in writing that ChatGPT cannot come close to. There is style and art in writing. Like you listen, you read like an Atlantic article. There is art in writing that each author, that each writer, they have their own individual characteristics. And ChatGPT and Claude all kind of sound the same. Now, that's not saying that someone couldn't take his script and have Claude or ChatGPT rewrite it, and then they could go into that script and tweak it a little bit to make it more artistic, to make it feel more investigative journalistic. But his point to that was most people are too lazy to do that. The people who are going to be ripping content off of your channels are going to be too lazy to incorporate their own style into it. And I've seen this happen in a couple of different niches in the faceless market. I've seen this happen in the personal development niche. I worked with a client of ours. His name's Quasi Joe here. And Quasi made exceptional videos. And then all of a sudden, there were other channels that popped up. One named Spiritual Dive. That's a faceless channel that would basically take Quasi scripts or scripts that other creators had been using and then put their own unique twist on them and write them in a different style. And a lot of it felt very artificial intelligence, very AI. And then other channels started doing it, and other channels started doing it, and other channels started doing it. And now you look at a lot of these channels in the personal development, in personal development niche that took off have now since diminished and they've failed. Or they're failing, they've plateaued. That's what's going to happen if you simply just rip other people's content. So my point in saying all of this is my client is 100% dead on. If you know how to write and you have a very specific and unique niche on YouTube, and you've got some type of a creative, stylistic way of delivering a video in that niche, it could be entertainment, it could be humor, it could be entertainment, it could be artistic, creative, it could be investigative journalism. That's how you set yourself apart and avoid the AI apocalypse that's about to come. That's how you set yourself apart and maintain top tier content every week. That's how you set yourself apart and stay on the top and stay at the forefront of your niche. All right. The other thing that I just want to say here is now he's in a niche that's probably going to be like $10, $12 RPMs. So for every 1,000 views, you're going to make $12, $10, $12. Million views, $1,000, which in reality, I mean, that sounds like a lot, but when you're a business owner, family man, and you need to make $15,000 or $20,000 a month to provide for your family, that's a lot of millions of views that you're going to have to rack up. And that's not realistic. Well, guess what? This content is not only extraordinarily successful out of the gate, view-wise, but there's also a call to action to a lead magnet in the video itself, and he's driving dozens and dozens of leads out of the gate into a business plan, a business model. That's where the real wealth is built. So to kind of circle back around, I need you guys to understand, like, if you're going to create a YouTube channel, faceless YouTube channel, any YouTube channel for that matter, Bring your own unique perspective to it. Bring your own unique style to it. Something that you can repeat over and over again. Something that doesn't get stale, doesn't get dry, but you can continue to do consistently. Have a business built behind it, and you'll stay on top. You'll succeed. You'll AI proof your faceless YouTube channel. And I think that that's key moving into the next 5 years, the second half of this decade. It's going to be really key. It's like AI proofing yourself, making sure that people are following you and subscribing to you and engaging with your content for the right reasons. I think that's all I wanted to say on that. It is. Have a good night. See you tomorrow. Bye.